my name is Diana Plant from Plant Nutrition, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys a quick tutorial of how you can make fat bombs. So the idea behind fat bombs is that they are high in fat and low in carbohydrates. So they're really good for getting your body into fat burning mode and staying in fat burning mode. You may have heard of them from the keto world. They're really popular in the keto world and they're trending a lot on the internet right now. I just wanted to say though, you don't have to be on a keto diet in order to reap the benefits of adding fat bombs to your diet. Adding extra fats to your diet is an excellent thing to do. There's so many health benefits that come from eating healthy fats. So that's why I wanted to show you guys how to do this so we can all reap the benefits of eating fat bombs. So what you're gonna need for this recipe is a cup of coconut oil. You're gonna need a half a cup of cocoa powder. You're gonna need a couple tablespoons of a low carb sweetener. The one that I like the most is Swerve. They have 3 different variations. This one is the icing sugar variation. So this is like a fine powder, where the other couple types that are on the market are a little more like granulars. So this one's really nice for everything being perfectly dissolved. Then you're also going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and you're going to do a little pinch of sea salt. So I have my coconut oil here. A lot of the recipes that you'll see online will say to microwave your ingredients together when you're melting it. I just think that that's a really, really bad idea. I would suggest just taking the extra couple minutes and melting it on your stove top, because microwaves can destroy some of the nutritional content that is in the food. So I would just suggest doing it over the stove top. So I did my cup of coconut oil in this pot that I'll then melt on the stove. And now I'm gonna do a half a cup of cocoa powder. And you could add more if you wanted them more chocolatey than these turn out. Okay, there's my half a cup of cocoa powder. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt. And then I'm gonna take it over to the stove and melt it quickly. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna add the Swerve, and I'm going to add the vanilla. So we'll just melt this up quickly. I wanted to say too, just while I'll watch this and talk at the same time. The reason that you wanna choose a sweetener such as Swerve is that this does not have any effect on your blood sugar or your insulin levels. So the reason that you can eat fat bombs and get your body into fat burning mode and stay in fat burning mode is the fact that it is low in carbohydrates and high in fats. So if you use something like maple syrup and honey, they will absolutely be delicious, but they are not going to help you to get and stay in fat burning mode. You will immediately take your body out of fat burning mode if you are eating honey and maple syrup, because there's just too much sugar, too high in carbohydrates, and it's going to spike your insulin. So a product like Swerve, this is fermented glucose. It's erythritol based, and so it has no effect on your blood sugar or your insulin levels. So you have to be careful about which sweetener you're choosing. And there's so many different ways that you can make fat bombs. You need a base of fat. My favorite is coconut oil. I think coconut oil trumps them all in terms of health benefits. And really good for the metabolism and weight loss. But you can also use butter, you can use coconut butter, you can use avocado, you can use cacao butter. All of those are good as bases. My favorite, again, is the coconut oil. But again, I'm showing you how to make a sweet fat bomb, but you can also make savory fat bombs as well, which I haven't really dabbled into, but there are so many different combinations of how you can do these. So I'll stir this more. Just about all melted. I learned just recently as well that if you are melting it on the stove and then you add your Swerve when it's too hot, this will actually crystallize. So you want to wait to add it until after. You don't want to add it when it's really, really, really hot. So just a tip, because I just learned that. So now for the sweetener, you can add however much you want. I suggest a couple tablespoons of this, But I mean, if you want it sweeter, you can add more. If you want it less sweet, you can add less. It's totally customizable. So I'm just gonna do a couple tablespoons in here. And then I like to whisk it. And a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And voila. So now what we do is scoop out this mixture into silicone molds, which I didn't touch on yet. So I have these little festive Christmas ones. I have candy canes, I have snowflakes, and I have Christmas trees. So I'm gonna do these for Christmas with the holidays coming up here, but also you can just get plain ones as well. I have another really big tray of just a basic brown one that just comes in squares, but there's lots of different shapes and sizes that you can do, whatever you want to suit your preference. So you're just gonna scoop it into these, and then you put these in the freezer when it's done, and they harden. And I'll show you what the end result looks like as well. I like to keep them in my freezer, and then I just pop them out when I want a little snack. Another thing too, you can treat them as desserts, or you can treat them as snacks that you can eat throughout the day. You could add them whenever. And the savory ones, I've heard online that people will use them as meal replacements as well. So again, very customizable. They're handy to have around. They really help to cut cravings because they're so high in fat. They help to cut cravings, they help to cut the hunger, they're very satiating, they help to balance blood sugar. They're just excellent. Excellent little snacks to have around. Okay, so I just filled all 3 of these, and now what I'm gonna do is pop them in my freezer. But I'm just gonna show you what the end result looks like. So I made some last night, some different ones with little peanut butter centers, and those are frozen in the freezer. So I'll just show you what the end result looks like. So here's an example of one that is complete. They have great texture. They're just melt in your mouth. They're perfect. So that's everything I wanted to show you. If you want more information, I also have a blog post written on this and the step-by-step in the blog post, as well as more benefits of eating fat bombs. So I will link that in the description section. And I've also written an additional blog about how eating fats help your body to actually lose weight. So if you're interested in learning more about that, I will also link that in the description section. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.